And now, your local Weather Authority forecast.
Starting off rain-free for the first day of fall with skies being mostly clear basin-wide. And a live look at the tall city. We're still dark out there. The city lights not highlighting any clouds whatsoever this morning. And that's not just for the Midland and Odessa area, but for most of the basin as well this morning. And speaking of how dry we have been, the latest update within the drought monitor does still show extreme to exceptional drought. The worst forms of drought in Hobbs, Seminole, Andrews, Lamesa, extending just north of Midland and Odessa into the Big Spring area. Officially, Midland and Odessa under moderate to severe drought. And also, we still have some abnormally dry conditions for the rest of the basin. An exception of the Trans-Pecos, where there are no colors there, indicates that there is no longer any drought conditions because of the thunderstorm activity that we have been seeing. And we have been seeing that earlier this week, but I do think our chances of rain will start to lower across the basin. The monsoonal flow of clouds and thunderstorms well off to our north and west this morning, and likely to be the big story as well throughout the day today, tomorrow, and at least for the first half of the weekend. But those storms will eventually start to move a little bit closer to the basin with cooler weather, and we're seeing that already in the panhandle of Texas. 54 degrees right now in Amarillo, but sitting at 69 degrees currently in the tall city, 61 degrees in Alpine, so slightly above normal temperatures in the basin for this time of year. Average low is 63. I do think we'll drop to 65 before warming up to 90 degrees, average high 86 degrees, so feeling a little bit more like late summer as opposed to early fall in the basin. Chances of rain will be very low today. We're seeing that this morning, and we're going to be seeing that this afternoon. We're not quite seeing this on the futurecast, but if you look closely enough, some gray and white colors near the Midland and Odessa area indicate low-level puffy clouds, not producing any rainfall likely in those areas. And for areas that did see storms a few days ago, and even as we head into a couple days ago and yesterday in Marfa, Alpine, the Guadalupe Mountains, the Davis Mountains especially, some afternoon clouds, but likely to be rain-free even in those areas, and likely remaining rain-free overnight. Low temperatures in the 60s, radiational cooling, allowing for temperatures to be closer to normal for this time of year. Those winds fairly light out of south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Those southerly winds will make conditions close to normal for this time of year in terms of those temperatures, and in terms of our sky coverage for this time of year, mostly sunny and mostly rain-free in the basin. Temperatures warming up in the 80s and low to mid-90s, especially in the Trans-Pecos, feeling like summer there in the basin. Low to mid-90s for Marfa, Alpine even potentially, but I do think most areas in the higher elevations will struggle to reach the lower 90s. Cooling off tonight in the 50s and 60s, and for tomorrow morning, just like this morning, skies starting off mostly clear with conditions starting off in the 50s, 60s, and lower 70s. So whether you guys are bringing those kiddos to school or picking them up later in the day today or tomorrow, likely to be no weather disruptions. 90 today in the tall city, 91 tomorrow, 92 on Saturday, but higher chances of rainfall with a big weather pattern change later this weekend.